Summertime means holidays, but it also means overcrowding, traffic congestion and flight delays. Air traffic is increasing all the time, and so are efforts to combat delays and cancellations. Istanbul, with its population of 14 million people, is a cultural and a travel centre. The airport reflects the city. It's dynamic and fast-growing. Over the last few years, it's become the 8th most busy airport in Europe, with 33 million passengers per year. Delays here trigger delays all over the network. So what's being done to avoid them?
Turkish Airlines, us as TAV, the airport operator, and State Airport Authority, have signed an agreement for collaborative decision-making. With this process, we are targeting to improve the efficiency on the ground and on the airspace. So having a joint decision on the apron movement and air traffic movement will definitely help us to improve much better.
Collaboration means making better, shared decisions. But to avoid delays, airport capacity has to be increased so as to accommodate more passengers.
We have extended the terminal space, first of all. We have increased the number of boarding bridges. Moreover, we increased the space in the terminals, an additional 20,000 square meters.
Over the past 10 years, passenger numbers have grown by 120%, and the airport has undertaken 2 enlargement projects.
We also improved our baggage handling system because the transit transfer traffic is growing up. We have added 3 more transfer lines for rapid transit passengers, and we increased the capacity of transfer by 200%.
The baggage handling system fills the basement of the airport. The system is increasingly automated, but still involves some manual labour.
At 2010, we increased the apron parking and taxiway runway capacity by 25%. The new rapid exit taxiways were added to the runway system. A lot of development have been done on the apron for parking of the aircraft, and refurbishment of the existing parking spaces have been done within a 1-year time.
In Istanbul, a privately owned company called TAV manages the airport. But for investments in infrastructure and services, the state authority plays a key role.
Currently, we have 2 terminals, one for domestic and one for international flights. Now we have plans for 1 more all-purpose terminal. Besides that, we have plans for a public area covering some 7 million square meters. This is very important. If we could build this here, it would help us so much in terms of infrastructure capacity. Also, in terms of security, we're developing better facilities, especially in passport control. And we're trying to encourage online check-in.
But if Istanbul Airport continues growing at the current rate, more radical solutions will be needed.
Our main target, as the Prime Minister said in his 2023 forecast, is a new airport with a capacity of 80 to 100 million passengers. If we can achieve that on an international level, Istanbul will be a hub, a connection point, a really great airport.
Expanding airports is designed to combat airport delays. But what about congestion in the sky? In the summer months, around 30,000 flights take to the skies above Europe every day. The current record was made in June 2008, when there were more than 31,000 flights. Delays aren't surprising when you think that, for example, a flight from Istanbul to Brussels transits 25 separate airspace sectors.
Here you can see a busy air traffic control sector in Europe. A sector in Europe is handled by a team of air traffic controllers, and it handles a certain number of flights. This number of flights is decided on the grounds of safety, because safety has to be kept as a high priority. One of the solutions that we are finding to enhance capacity is to develop more air traffic control sectors in Europe. Here we are seeing the same volume of airspace, but this time the previous sector has been split in two. And you can see our flight from Istanbul to Brussels is passing through this portion of airspace. We could say now that the capacity has been increased because now we have two separate sectors handling probably more traffic.
Indonesia was very slow.
Another possibility is to adapt the number of sectors available in a certain air traffic control unit to the traffic demand. Here you can see that over 24 hours, the number of sectors is increasing, taking into account the traffic evolution, and this synchronization between the number of sectors available and the traffic demand helps in reducing the delays.
Finding ways to solve the problem of flight delays is important because the tourism industry is projected to grow strongly in the coming years. We all want to go on holiday, and most of us are in a hurry to get to our destinations. So combating congestion in airports and airspace is vital.